Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NORNAJWA and my group members are Muhammad KHAIRUL AZHAR, NURUL Afifah Fatin and ARDINA SYAHIRAH. Today we are going to be presenting about the language test that we have conducted in the past. Now I'm going to be explaining about the composition of the test itself. So first of all, the test format that we use is passages with questions. The passages that we use differs from fiction, non-fiction, and informational text. So in choosing the passages, we choose passages of different lengths and complexity to ensure the comprehension levels of our test takers. The questions that we ask in the test is multiple choice and open-ended questions. The skills that we are trying to assess using this test is comprehensions, vocabulary, inference making, critical thinking, and analytical.
My name is NURUL binti Muhammad NASIR, and I will present the skills and sub-skill used in creating this test. So, the primary language skill that we use in creating this language test is the reading skill, where students must read the text before answering the questions. For the sub-skill tested for this language needs to be related to the primary skill, which is reading skill. So, our sub-skill tested are vocabulary and comprehension. So, firstly, for vocabulary, the reading test is critical for students to know the relationship between the words given and the text context. Students need to understand the meaning of words for them to answer the question that given in the test. Next, for comprehension, students are required to understand the ideas or points in the text so that they will have ideas about the text are about. By understanding the context of the text, they can answer all the questions, even though the question might challenging.
Alright, next I'll be presenting the background of the test takers. So the reading test is designed for 15 undergraduate students from University Technology Malaysia, and from the data we have taken, most of the students are from under the School of Education. And the reading test aims to be applicable and relevant across a variety of academic areas. So the passages and the questions in the reading test are specifically chosen to represent a variety of genres, ensuring the students from a variety areas can effectively engage with the test content efficiently.
My name is NURUL Afifah Fatin binti AZALI, and I will be explaining about procedures involved and also steps taken to ensure validity and reliability. For procedures involved, there are 5 phases included. The first step is defining the objective and content of the test. We start by determining the purpose of the test and identifying the specific skills we want to evaluate. This helps us understand what we are trying to measure. Next, we move on to passage selection. It is important to choose engaging passages that cover various topics. These passages should effectively assess their skills and knowledge. Next, clarity and coherence are crucial aspects of test development. We formulate clear and conscious questions, providing understandable instruction. Our goal is to provide a fair opportunity for them to showcase their abilities. Seeking expert guidance is the next step. We consult authoritative sources to improve the precision and relevance of our question. This is to ensure that the test accurately assesses the required skills and knowledge. Finally, we conduct a pilot test. This helps us identify any issues and gather valuable feedback. The feedback we receive from the pilot test participants allow us to make necessary revision and enhancements, ensuring the test validity, reliability, and fairness. Moving on, I will explain the steps taken to ensure high validity and reliability. Validity and reliability are crucial aspects of any test as they guarantee accurate and meaningful results. The first step was the inclusion of a timer in the test. By providing equal time for all test takers, we established consistent and fair testing conditions. The timer encouraged a steady pace and discouraged spending excessive time on individual questions, maintaining a balanced and consistent approach. Another important measure was aligning the test with the syllabus of the Malaysian University English Test, which is MOHD. This alignment ensures that the test contents and topics correspond to the specific skills and knowledge expected of MOHD test takers. By closely following the MOHD syllabus, we can precisely evaluate English language proficiency, making the test more valid and reliable. To ensure consistent and fair evaluation of test taker responses, a scoring rubric was created. It provides detailed guidelines for assigning scores to each criterion, promoting objective and reliable evaluation across all test takers. By utilizing this scoring mechanism, we minimize subjective biases and maintain consistency in scoring. By implementing this measure, we aim to develop a fair and effective English language test that reliably assesses the language proficiency of test takers. Now, I will pass to the next presenter.
We move on to the next part, which is the analysis of the data. So based on the data provided, we have analyzed the relationship between the responses to the items and the reading test. The mean and median and standard deviation for each item can provide insight to the overall performance and variability of the respondents. So we start from the mean first, and as we can see in the table at the left, the mean represents the average response for each item. In this case, item number 1, 2, 4, 6, 9, and 16 have high mean scores, indicating that the majority of respondents answered positively or correctly. This item may be related to reading skill, as higher scores suggest a good understanding or proficiency in reading. Meanwhile, question number 5, 12, 13, 14, and 11 have the lowest mean scores, showing that the students struggled more with these questions. We move on to the next analysis, which is the median. So in this analysis, the median values for most items are 1, indicating that the majority of respondents answered positively or correctly. However, items number 5, 12, 11, and 13 have median values of 0, showing that there may be a considerable number of respondents who answered it incorrectly. This item may be more challenging or require specific reading skills. Okay, we move on to the final part of the analysis, which is standard deviation. The standard deviations provide a measure of the dispersion or variability of the responses. A higher standard deviation indicates a greater variability among the responses. We look at the items number 5, 12, 13, and 11 have relatively high standard deviations, suggesting that there is considerable variability in the responses of these items. This variability may indicate that these items are more difficult or open to interpretation, which could impact reading test performance.
Next, I will present item difficulty and discrimination index. Firstly, for difficulty index, the test creator needs to figure out whether the question made for the test are easy or hard for student to answer. Hence, it is essential to count the difficulty index for each item to make sure the test is valid and reliable. So, for the reading test that given to 15 students shows that 10 items are easy, 8 are medium, and 2 are hard. So, this reading test consists of 2 parts, which is objective and subjective. So, the objective part shows that all the questions are easy and medium, only causing most of the students to be able to answer them correctly. Subjective question managed to have 3 levels, which is easy, medium, and hard, and causing students only be able to answer easy and medium level item. So basically, it shows that this English language test is valid and reliable since the difficulty index shows that it consists of easy, medium, and hard, and show that these items are balanced and fair to all students. Next, I will explain about the discrimination index. So, the discrimination index is the measurement for determining an item's discriminatory power to separate proficient test takers from those who perform less. It indicates the percentage of test takers who do well on a particular item is separated from those who perform poorly. Based on the reading test given to the students, it shows that 13 items are excellent, 6 items are marginal item, which is the subject should improve, and 1 item is poor item, which needs to reject or revise again. So for objective question, it shows that 4 items are very good items and 1 item is poor. However, for subjective question, 9 out of 10 question is a very good item which shows that students from the upper group can answer the question correctly compared to the lower group. Hence, it shows that this reading test consists of a positive discrimination index as students who score higher overall were likely to choose the correct answer for each given question as shown by the statistic.
For the discussion section, after our evaluation, we have come out that there are 4 items in the test itself that needs to be revised. First is item number 1, item number 2, item number 6, and item number 9. All of these items are in the objective part of the test. So for item number 1 and number 2, the problem with the item itself is they prioritize memorizing the text rather than comprehending the text. So for item number 6 is the question is too direct. They require the test taker to make a direct definition, to take the direct definition from the article. Next is question number 9. The problem with question number 9 is the question is too general, and it doesn't require for the test takers to really read the text. So for the other test items that we have put in the test, after our revisions, there are really no unnecessary change for the remaining test items since they have matched the degree of difficulty and covered the essential information that we want to deliver to our test takers. So that is all from our group. Thank you so much for listening to us.